The city was expanding the parking garage at the airport, and they asked me to come up with some ideas for an art piece. What I wanted to do was a series of giant old-fashioned luggage labels or decals that would promote San Antonio and the Hill Country. Now, I've done a number of public art projects for cities around the country, and one thing they all have in common is that they do not appreciate anybody poking fun at them. When I showed them what I had in mind, I was fully prepared to have the artwork rejected, and I didn't have a backup plan either, but they loved it. And what's even more amazing is that I still had to have the proposals approved by various city panels, and I told the art people, I said, you have to go to bat for me because these people are not going to like it. But they all signed off on it, and I fully expected them to shoot it down. So I think it's a credit to the city of San Antonio that they would allow me to have a little fun at their expense. And my hat's off to them. There was only one company in the whole country that could do this project, and it was a company up in Tumwater, Washington called Windsor Fireform. And they were able to make the panels. The panels are made out of ceramic baked enamel, and they are absolutely weatherproof. They will last 100 years. And Brian Stockdale, the owner of Windsor Fireform, couldn't have been easier to work with, and they made the job much, much easier for me. I've been a baggage handler for Continental Airlines for 30 years, so it wasn't exactly a big leap for me to do artwork involving travel and nostalgia and family vacations. This first billboard is made from an old postcard of the airport here, and it makes fun of the idea that San Antonio is a small town. When my wife and I first moved here, our friends thought we were moving into this little village with adobe pueblos, and I had to explain to them that San Antonio is the 9th largest city in the country. The Hill Country is a scenic area north of here that was settled by the Germans in the 1800s. Now behind me on the signpost are the towns of Burney and Green, but unless you live in that neighborhood, you're probably going to mispronounce those names. Every April, the city goes all out for Fiesta, an annual celebration in which San Antonio turns into a gigantic week-long party with over 160 events ranging from parades to food festivals, dances, carnivals, oyster bakes, and formal balls. Our friends Mike and Sherry Nelson came up with this expression, and I think it perfectly sums up the atmosphere of Fiesta. This one's pretty self-explanatory. We have very hot summers here in San Antonio. In fact, we just had 55 days of over 100-degree heat, so that was the inspiration for this one. This one says Winter Wonderland because it's not a winter wonderland. This is another spoof on the Hill Country because actually the highest hill in the Hill Country is only 2,200 feet high. Did I mention it gets hot here in the summertime? That woman looks a lot like my wife. In 1968, San Antonio held a World's Fair here, and I just wanted to inform tourists who might still think it's going on that it isn't.